Hi folks, I could do this one on a bit of greaseproof paper. It's acrylic, and I've got some acrylic. I've got one of those tear off. Oh, well, here it is. For oil or acrylic. Let's try that, because then you can see more what I'm actually trying to do. Although I don't know myself. Right, okay, so here we are. So we've got a nice shiny bit of this tear off palette. I'll stick that with a bit of masking tape, so you can, and then you can see it, and hopefully it won't move. I've torn off. No, I've torn off too. It's quite thin. No, that's it. Put that up there. Get a big bit of this tape because it probably won't stick very well to the board, the oily board. I'll put a bit down there. And I'll scrape off the colours that I'm going to use. I'm going to use Payne's Grey, which I really like. Where's my Payne's Grey? I've got a big pot of it here. Right, there we are, Payne's Grey. Oh, cool, solid. Well, the top is anyway. When you store them upside down, then they become airtight. So there we are. Payne's Grey. Want some burnt sienna. Burnt sienna. Where's my burnt sienna? Burnt sienna. Now this is a bit stale. This one I bought it cheap. Well, it wasn't that cheap. At Hobbycraft, they've got loads of them, but they're just past their sell-by date, really. Well, that one is. But I'm using some of this acrylic white, the Graduate, so I'll put a lump of white up there, and I'll use some yellow ochre, which I'll put the lid back on that. I think just to keep it nice and moist for use. Now, what do I want? Yellow ochre. Right, I've got the yellow ochre here. Or have I? No, it's not yellow ochre. That one's on the floor. Oh, here we are. Yellow ochre. So I've got another one of these. Right, okay. So there are my three colours, plus two colours. Two colours? Do I want ultramarine? No, I'm going to use two colours plus black and white. Keep it simple, stupid, but it's not that simple, is it really? We know that. I'm going to give the paper, I owe a lot of this to the Danish painter, Marie-Louise, not the actual subject, so they're all my own, and my methods are my own, but the use of the materials. I got this big ring, or spiral bound, lovely cartridge paper, block of cartridge paper in it. Oh, that's not going anywhere, is it? Not that. And it's a probably, I don't know, but it's probably about 50 sheets. It's called Brighton. Well, it'll come up if you go on art material. And it's very good. It does work. It doesn't buckle that much. But it's a lovely way to store your sketches, because this is only a sketch, but then I only do sketches now, well, for the moment, because I'm enjoying the abstraction of the acrylic. So I want to do a couple of coastal scene, or one coastal scene, and one, or do I really? Yeah, let's just start up. Get a bit of water on there, just get a bit of Payne's Grey, let's get a bit of the sky. I want to get a sort of a distant something like that. Bit of a sea picture there, a bit of this, bit of that. We'll put some sort of sky over that. I'm not going to use crayons for this or anything, so I just want to use the brush. Okay, a bit of a headland there, going up here. Here, well, let's have a bit of a sweeping landscape. That paper water didn't go very far, did it? No. Alright, okay. Now we'll work on putting a bit of sky in. That's a bit of white with that sea. Alright, let's get a bit of yellow ochre or a bit of burnt sienna. Let's get a bit of that. If you're interested in acrylic, go and have a look at, don't desert me, but go and look at Marie Louise on YouTube. She's a lovely artist, lovely lady. She's got some good ideas, but painting on this paper, not doing 2s or 4s because I've been doing that on and off for a long time, but her method is really good, and it gives you encouragement to be able to simplify landscape, because that's what it's all about, simplifying. Let's get that white in. Now you've got to always remember counter change when you're working with any medium. Lights can't start, although these are only I can only say that these are semi-abstract. See if we, let's warm that sky up a little bit there. There's a bit of Payne's grey, a bit of this, bit of that. I don't want it black. The Payne's grey mixes with a lot of colours. It's a good shortcut. It's lovely, makes some lovely greens. Let's just get that up the top here. Right, let's see what happens if I spray a bit of water on that. I am a sky painter, I love skies, and I see a lot of them out of my loft room windows. I've got 3 of them in this room, 3 big ones, 4 foot square, and they are lovely. I think that's to clean them. Alright, okay, well, as you can see that's buckled a bit, but then I've put quite a lot of water on it. Hopefully it'll shrink down. Right, let's just give a bit of a sky on this one. Plenty of colour, just 2 colours modified with the Payne's grey. Got to put a lot of light in that. But let's have a bit of dark on this here. So we can counter change to a lighter sea or a darker sea. I haven't used much ochre, have I? Oh, that's nice. Let's have a little bit of that. I like a bit of blending. This is just a varnish brush, an old varnish brush at 1 inch. They're very good, they last quite a long time. And when they wear out, they do lovely, lovely things. I hope you enjoyed your weekend. We did, we had 18 for dinner. So they 10 for a curry evening, which was very nice. They like me paintings. Right, let that dry off, let's go back into this now. Oh yes, let's get sort of a green in there. I might put some trees. Yeah, let's have some trees on the horizon here, coming down here. We don't want to go too dark, and we don't want to go right across. We want to separate the trees, or the banks of trees. Right, bit of that yellow ochre, bit of black, bit of burnt sienna, bit of white in there. Haven't decided what this is going to be yet. I just want to get some paint on there, cover some of that background there. Let's get some dark in there. You've got to work fairly quick because the paint will dry, especially when it's not sitting on any membrane. But you can always spray the paint, keep it moist, which is what I'm going to do. Mix a bit of that burnt sienna with that. Right, we're going to lighten all this up. That's what happens when I dab it with paper. Yeah, I'm learning more about acrylics every time I do this. Can't say I like that. brush. Where's my brush? Where's my brush? Right, clean the brush. A bit of cloth. And we'll get some lights on the horizon there, coming down. So a bit of white, bit of yellow, bit of sienna. Now, I'm not aiming to do a masterpiece here. I'm just aiming to just get something that is pleasant. Some grasses or some shadow in the bushes. I like doing that. It's just all texture, creating an illusion of detail rather than putting it in. We're going to do some sky. What was I doing? Oh, a bit of tissue. I'll try again. Oops. No, I don't. I think I'm using the paint too dry for that. No, I've destroyed all my lights, haven't I? Right, okay. Where's my brush in the water. And one of the good things about a book like this, like a sketch pad, I think it's an A5, A4, I don't know what the difference is. I'm Imperial and the world's left me behind. Dinosaur. Put a bit of grey in there. Just reduce that intensity. I'll do a bit of sky in a minute. Soften the edges. Right, we'll let that go for a minute. Let's get on to that top one, do something there. Oh, we've come unstuck here. Oh, no, we haven't. No. It's great when you finish your paintings, just gently easing off the masking tape, otherwise it will pull the paper, the surface of the paper off. Let's get something like that in. There, we've got some nice colours in this this sky. Go over what I painted, because I can reinstate. I might use a small brush for that. bit of Payne's grey in the sky now. Just a sort of a grey. I think they're called neutrals. When I think back over the year of where I was painting some really, I think myself with really nice Norfolk landscapes, coming to this, but I'm trying to create an impression here. Right, just lightening everything here. Oh, we'll get a bit more of that grey in. Right, okay, let's put in this stuff here. Now I'm going to use one of my good brushes, which I have a few. I'll use this one. It's a worn out brush. So we'll get a bit of that. A bit wet. Right, it's back into there. Okay, that'll do for that. That's all I'm going to do. Right, let's go back over that top one a bit while that one dries out. And hopefully shrinks it back a bit. But it's a great surface to work on because it's fairly smooth. Your colours flow a bit, provided you've got enough water on either on the paper or on your brush. But let's get some of this. Quite a soft bristle on this. Right, we've got to get some. Oh no, we'll have some light going across there because I can make the sea a bit darker to contrast with the medium colours there. A nice grey here. Now let's just waggle the brush and get a bit of blending. I've got a bit of that grey and just soften around there a bit. Right, now let's get a bit of dark sea, a bit of grey, a bit of white, and just come across here. Try and keep them a bit soft, just waggle it about a bit, and so it sort of blends. Now, that's straight. From here, it looks like I'm following the contours of the paper. Right, now we're going to put a bit of... I'll get rid of that brush. I've got worn out, really. I've got this one here, this nice one. I'm going to put a little bit of that Payne's Grey on here. Ooh. And then we can get a bit of ochre on there. Bit of ochre in there. Right, let's get in some nice light now. In here. Soften. Right, we're going to put some rocky stuff in there, I think, for the bottom. Now remember, we're only using two colours, plus black and white. And when you leave your brushes in soak, just make sure you shake all the water out because it gets in the silvery bit. Alright. Got that bit dark, so have some bit of grassy stuff on there. Might put a bit of knife work in there. With black rock. bit of light on the top of that. Oh, we come unstuck in more ways than one. I will let that dry a bit. I'll just go put that brush in soak and get a bit of my palette knife where it's gone. Missing that. I've got one there. No, I don't want that one. Let's have a look. Alright, well, I'll have to use. Oh, there it is. Right, let's just. Do some in here. Put that nice light colour on the top. Oh, I've got to fill that bit in. Alright, let's get a bit of light now. And this way we can straighten everything up, hopefully. Not good for a knife, is it, this paper when it's bent like that, but we can oh, a bit of grey in there. Right, see how that goes. Right, okay, that's not very good, is it? But we're going downhill. I'm going downhill. Right, okay, well that's enough of that one. Let's get back into that sky now. I'm going to put out some more white. I bought two tubes of this. I've also got half a pot of, well, a quarter of a litre of the good stuff left, the Winsor & Newton Galleria. What other colour do I want? No, that'll do. Right. Now we'll get some, I'm going to put some grey clouds in there, some light grey, but I want to just sort that out now. A bit more sort of sienna in there to warm it up a bit. I don't want it too dark or light, but we want, well, don't know what we want, do we? Till we finish. Nice rough ground, bit of black and Payne's grey. Bit texture. Oh, get some good light. Grasses, sort of grasses. But remember, we're only using a sort of a couple of colours. Right, let's get that sky done. And we'll get a bit of I think water's coming out of the ferrule and the brush. This one, let's get some of this grey now. Okay, right. Well, I don't think they're too bad. Right, it's amazing what you can do with two colours, isn't it? And it's not a very good example, but right, now I'm going to very carefully take off this paper. There's one. Right, I'm getting through some masking tape. Right, let's get that one off. Oh, right, okay. I do like the black or the Baines grey. It's good to use. Very good for texture. Alright, I'll get that off. Well, not on there. Where's that? It's underneath. Right, here we go. Gently does it. If you whip it off quick, you'll disturb the surface of the paper, which I did on Saturday. So I haven't done anything since then. See, look, it's coming up, look. Yeah, it's tearing the paper, it's tearing it. I'm going to get a cheaper one from Asda because, well, later in the week. Look, what's that, look. I think I'm going to put a bit of, I'm going to varnish these in a minute, and I can stick that back with a bit of varnish. When I say varnish, I mean PVA glue. PVA glue is a very cheap way of varnishing. A couple of coats. Oh look, we're putting a paper off. Now it's pulling again. It's just too strong. It's builder's tape. Ah, right. Right, well we'll have to sort that out. If anybody ever wants these, they can always cut the margins off, can't they? Right, okay, well there we are. Another couple bites the dust. It's a clumsy way of painting, but this is the whole point, is to express something with profound simplicity, as best way I can explain it. Profound simplicity. No attempt at detail, just creating shapes. And if you want to look at the work of a really good abstract painter, semi-abstract, is Jackie Gardner. I've mentioned her many times. She's not on YouTube, but you can Google her gallery. She's a Scottish artist, really, really good, very inspirational. Learned quite a lot from Jackie. I hope people learn a lot from me. You're always learning. You never ever come to the end of it. Okay, well I'll screw that, I'm going to waste that. But I hope you enjoyed those two, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.